Well, hello, everybody. Uh-oh.
It's okay.
That I'm getting ready to blast myself when it starts over here. There we go. All right. Oh, wow. We got a crowd.
Woohoo.
Sky. Howdy, Sky. Hello, Ashley. Howdy, Ashley.
Hi, Sky. Hi, Ashley.
Who else? Dana. Howdy, Dana. And Ivan. Jasmine. Jasmine, long time no see. Who else? I think that's it for right now.
Wow.
All right. How is everybody this beautiful Sabbath day?
It is a beautiful day.
Actually, when I went out to fill the bird bath, I did notice that they are spraying now.
Oh, I think they stopped here.
Did they?
Yeah, but I think they were doing it all night, so.
Right. Well, now they're doing it here.
Lovely.
Sarcastic, lovely. So we'll wait for a couple more people.
Okay.
I see some other people have rolled in. Haven't said hello yet. But yeah, this one, I love it when we do readings and I get something that I never noticed before. Just the way it's worded, and it reinforces so much else. So much else.
Right.
So many other things.
Right. I'm thinking Ezekiel, and I don't want to jump ahead, but I'm thinking, wow, it's kind of the way Israel is right now.
Yeah. It's kind of the way so much is right now.
Well, you know.
Yeah, crazy stuff to hear about. It's it can be kind of dark.
Yeah, yes.
Howdy, Jasmine. Is Mr. R here as well? If so, howdy, Mr. R. We need to get together and actually plan out our next get together here in Arizona.
Yes, we do.
And if we do it in what had been a couple of months, would be like next month sometime or in July.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking someplace cooler.
I was thinking the same thing. Someplace up in the mountains with the swimming hole.
Oh, that would actually be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. Someplace perhaps along the Verde River.
Ooh. Oh. That's a thought.
Yep. Oh, hi, Rebecca. And fruit roll-up. Oops.
Yes. Oh, let me write it down.
Fruit roll-up. I don't think I've seen you before, but welcome. All right. How long have we been going now? 3 minutes? We'll give it a couple more minutes maybe. So you were talking about what you see the birds like dunking moths in their bird bath?
Those grackles. The grackles, mostly it's the females, and they've got like either a big giant grasshopper or a moth. And they come in, they land on the bird bath and they start dipping that food down in there. And sometimes they hold it down there for a second. But then I'll see that they're drinking too around it. Like they're holding on to it, and some of them are getting a drink. Yes. And some of them are dunking, and some of them are kind of doing both. It is so weird. I mean, I'll find like wings in there. Anyway, I wonder where they learned that skill, because that's kind of odd, and I've never seen them do anything like that before.
You know, the birds are a lot smarter than people give them credit for, I think.
True that.
Have you ever seen the videos of the ravens in the lab where they put like a treat inside a long neck bottle, and the raven's trying to get it out, and then the raven goes and tears a piece of wire like off their cage or something, and straightens it out and tries to poke it, and that doesn't work. So then he fashions it into a hook and then pulls it out.
Birds are smart, and when somebody calls you bird brain, you just say thank you.
Marla, howdy, Marla.
Yay, Marla. Yeah, it's wild, and some of them that will take like the nut up in the air and drop it. The crows, I guess, do that, or and drop it to open it. They do that around here with the walnuts and the pecans.
Well, they'll do it with tortoises too.
Oh no, I don't want to talk about that. No.
Oh, well, not necessarily ravens, but birds will.
Yeah, big birds.
Big bird can fly? All right. Anyways. All right, let's check this out. Let's start back all the way backtrack to Leviticus 16. And I'm not sure how much of a delay we got going on, but anybody in chat, if you got notes or questions that you have for 16, go ahead and post it. And the one thing I noticed wasn't down until verse 9. Right? So Yahuwah is telling Moses to have Aaron cast these lots for the two goats. Right? In verse 9, right, with the lots, well, verse 8, the one lot is going to fall on a goat for the Lord, and one lot is going to fall on the goat as the scapegoat. And the one that gets the Lord's lot, right, Yahuwah's lot, is the one that's sacrificed. So the story of Emmanuel, right, God with us, being the sacrifice is written even there, right? Because it's you get the lot of the Lord. You get the lot of Yahuwah right there. And you're the one that's going to be sacrificed. And the other one gets off the hook. Or set free. Gets all the sin put on it, but then it gets set out where? Where does it get set out? That's another part too. Into the wilderness. So I just found that really interesting.
Wow. Wow. I just got to say, wow. The Lord's lot.
Yeah, the Lord's lot, right?
So they cast the lots.
They did cast lots.
I have to explore that.
T-Rubs has quite a bit of information on that.
She does. She does. I find it very like, oh, that's how I find it. So anyway, she has a little sprout in my spirit that's growing on certain things.
Right.
I'll get to it.
So that's interesting. Think about that, though. How often do we see the various congregations that are just real adamant? You don't play any game where you cast a dice. There's no things for, no room for giving any chance to it. Yeah, it's gambling.
Yeah.
What do you think those two goats say? I'm sure the one that's the scapegoat's okay with it.
I was like, I won.
Right. But then he has to live, or that goat has to live with knowing that his friend died for him.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if the goat thinks about that. I mean, the human would.
Right.
But does the goat that's wandering around in the wilderness?
I'm sure it does. Yeah, it goes back to animals being smarter than we think.
That's true. Sure, he'll survive just fine out there.
Right? Aren't we told to preach the gospel to every creature as well?
Yep. Yes. It's funny when I preach to my dogs, their demeanor changes and the look in their eye changes. I am not kidding you. I tried it for an experiment and it really works. If I start praising and I'm petting them and I'm loving them and I say, praise with me. And then they kind of like do, I don't know. It's weird in their own way.
Marla asks about the Thummim and Ummim involved in casting lots. We don't know because that's only mentioned as those words in one spot. That's Exodus 28:30. And I would guess my initial guessing answer would be no, because it sounds like the only thing that Aaron is told to be wearing at this juncture in time is just the linen cloths and the mitre cap, the linen mitre on his head.
Because I was looking into that yesterday, and the Ummim and Thummim. Okay, thank you. That was for, they would use that for when they had to judge things of a public nature that would affect all of them. So that's what that was reserved for. Like,
isn't it part of the breastplate though?
Yes, because it is part of the breastplate. And they would only bring that out for like public judgments, like that would affect everybody. Like, anyway, I don't quite understand it all, but it seemed like that was reserved just for like an everybody thing. I mean, as far as it would affect public things like, so what did they use it for that one time? That was the example.
The Ummim and Thummim. I have to get it again.
Anyway, it was just a commentary on it because I noticed that and it's something else. Where was it? It was
Exodus 28:30 is talking about the breastplate of judgment, and Leviticus 8:8, the breastplate, something that goes in the breastplate. Deuteronomy 33:8. Let thy Thummim and Ummim be with the Holy One. So it doesn't really.
Okay, when they're talking in, I think it's in Deuteronomy 19.
Deuteronomy 33.
When they're talking about, where you go, they're talking about the judges and stuff. It's like a Supreme Court judge would use the Ummim and Thummim or something. Anyway, that's what I gathered from what I was reading in Deuteronomy. It was either 17, 18, or 19 because they did mention it in there.
In Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
Awesome, Mindy. Praise Abba. Praise our Father for you all getting a new house. That's so wonderful.
Oh, fantastic. Ooh, praise report. Woo.
Yep. Yes, Sky, we did pray about that. It is wonderful. So anybody else got anything out of chapter 16? I know you do. Leviticus 16. Excuse me. All the dogs will be happy. So they're renting a farm and it's huge.
Awesome. It's perfect. See, it's perfect. He's so good. He's so good.
Yep. I think the rest of 16, it really just lays out, don't go into the tabernacle unless all these little things are met and clear.
Yes.
Excuse me.
It's the protocol for approaching.
Right, it is. It's important. And then 17 goes up into the sacrifices even more. And then a few verses in, starting at 7, it looks like starts talking about the activities of the people in the lands where they used to be, Egypt, and where they're going, Canaan. And it really goes quite a bit about the blood. Don't eat the blood because that's the life force. Don't have anything to do with it.
Mm.
What do you think? Look at all the stuff like the Germans make, like bloodwurst, blood sausage, blutwurst.
Steak tartare.
The what?
Ew. Steak tartare.
Steak tartare. A lot of gravy.
Pudding.
A lot of gravies are made with blood.
Ew. I noticed chorizo has a lot of blood-like looking stuff.
Right? You should try the soy chorizo.
No. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. The blood, I mean, honestly, it seems like for all the things that Yahuwah, that God's people are told to do throughout Scripture, keeping the Sabbath is mentioned the most, and staying away from blood is mentioned the most. Right? What a oh yeah, Rebecca. Oh, who are those dudes? People that drink bloods right out of the cow.
No. Ew. Ooh.
Maasai, there we go.
Oh.
They just say, come over here, and they prick it with their spear.
No.
Yeah, blood balls. Marlo's talking about. Okay, so yeah. It's funny how we have this aversion to it. So many of us. Ew, blood. And then we all grew up kind of with that strange kid in our class. Oh, you skinned your knee? Here, let me taste your blood.
Let me lick it up for you.
Yeah.
No.
But after so many of us seeing these testimonies and everything from people that have escaped out of ritual abuse and stuff, where did those weird kids in school get that?
Yeah. Makes you think. Yeah. I knew a girl in school and I just didn't even know what was going on. We were like 10 and I knew her dad was bothering her. That's the only way I could describe it at that time, that her dad was bothering her. And I just knew she committed suicide as an adult because it was happening. Nobody did anything. Anyway, so sad.
It is.
So yeah, where would they get that? Children are sponges. They live what they learn.
They do. All right. So how would you summarize chapter 18 of Leviticus?
He's telling you not to have their idols. Just stay away from those people in Egypt, because they get everything from Canaan and their gods and everything. And he doesn't want them having anything to do with those people. He wants them separated from them.
Yep. Well, also too, that he lays down the sexual laws, you know.
So when he's saying nakedness, that's just referring to like sexual activity.
I think it's that, and there's more to it. Also, it's about respect. You know, it's interesting if you do a study on the word naked or nakedness as used in relation to Adam and Eve, then they really, it could be, you know, nudity, and it could be sexual, but it's also exposing vulnerabilities or weakness.
Ew. Hey, that makes sense.
Yeah. And it, you know, think about all that though. You know, don't expose the weakness. You know, it's, you know, a lot of people say that when Ham went in unto Noah's wife, right, and exposed his father's nakedness. A lot of people say that was a sexual crime. But I saw somebody give a pretty scathing sermon on, you know, why wouldn't it be spelled out there? And what Ham, the way this guy was coming at it, is Ham first broadcast to everybody, you know, look, Dad's drunk, you know, he's a drunkard or whatever, and then, you know, basically didn't honor his father. So
Right.
it was an interesting tack that guy was taking with it.
Okay.
What would be the weakness of the father? The weakness of the father could be any number of things. The weakness or the nakedness to Marla? Yep. Like Rebecca says, abominable customs in 1830. They're abominable. And if you haven't seen those word studies we did on abominable and abomination, check it out, because the general gist of what I get that our Creator is trying to tell us through using these words abominable and abomination is that if you take somebody and drop them through the seat hole on an outhouse and then pull them up, that the smell and the dirtiness is how he sees these actions that he tells us not to do, these abominable actions, these abominations that smell, and the filthiness. You're defiled, you're unclean. Not only are you unclean, but you stink too. An unpleasant stench about you. So it's some serious stuff.
It is. I had to pull my son out of one of those things in California, and it was nasty.
Outhouse?
Oh, he fell into the clean out behind the outhouse.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, he did. And when I discovered his little hands hanging on, and I ran up there like in molasses and pulled him out of there, oh, the rest of the trip home was not fun. because we had a long way to go. But yeah, so ew, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep. Yeah. Yuck.
Yeah. Yes. It was a trauma for the whole family. Right on the Trinity River. Yeah, so we cleaned him off in the Trinity. Just FYI.
Yeah, and that is, think about that.
Yeah.
What you just said. It's not fun for the whole family.
Oh.
Wow, that just,
Yep, and then we ran him into the river, the Trinity, real quick, and then we just started cleaning him off and making them spit, and so basically he got baptized right away.
baptized in the pig pen.
Poor
Oh
kid.
my goodness. I'm going to have to ask him if he remembers that.
He does. Oh, he does. Yes, you have to approach that one carefully, Jonathan. Because we waited about a year, and then we just had some. Yes, we would tell the story after about a year, but he's still.
Right?
Because he had a few new names after that.
Yeah, Sky, that's kind of weird that all those things that are mentioned, right? Basically, don't incest anybody that is in your immediate, near, or kind of near and somewhat far family.
Even in another nation.
Yeah, even if they're born in another nation or whatever, leave them alone. And then these other things like laying with animals or men laying with men and women with women. Yep. It does sound like it was common practice. And if we look at the age we are in now, the things that they want to legalize, things that have already been legalized in many nations, things that are common practice in many nations. Yuck. Anyways, yeah. It's odd because we're sitting here and we're all grossed out on the eating of blood or drinking of blood. And I think all of us here would be kind of grossed out by all this too.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a natural repulsion to it. I would think that's written into us. Howdy, the big kahuna. All right, what was this? 18. I want to look that word up real quick. But in the meantime, what was it? It's in a couple of locations, I think. Nope, just that one. So verse 25, the word vomiteth. Because it says the land itself vomiteth out. To spew out, to vomit out, up again. Kokaya. Sounds more like a phrase than a single word. How does the land drive them out? It's the inhabitants of the land? Howdy, Haroon.
It says the land itself.
Yeah.
I think that the earth is a breathing, living, like almost not like an entity, but it has like a function, like where it digests and it renews, and I think that it actually gets sick of us and says out, and it does stuff.
Right.
I think it does. Because if the blood spills and cries out from the earth, you know, and if the rocks cry out, and then I have done some exploring where the earth seems to be like digesting itself. And I don't know. Strange.
Okay, cool. Kakawate kahuna.
Ooh.
Ah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I know, it's hard to say, huh?
Yes. But it's, I don't know.
So where were we? Ezekiel
We were
22. Oh, what did I do? There it is. 22. Oh, Rebecca, awesome. Volcanoes regurgitate.
Oh, well, that's true then. Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought of
Mount St. Helens was projectile vomit.
that. Oh.
Huh. You know what? That would be an interesting side project to like research and see how the wilderness area around Mount St. Helens was being used
Oh.
when that eruption happened, because we know what was going on with like Roman lifestyle when Vesuvius happened.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, that's your homework assignment, Rebecca.
All right.
Howdy, Heather. And Gary. Love that you guys are putting up really good videos. It's good to have other people doing fellowship videos.
Yes.
The more of us out there, the more of us doing it, the better.
Yep.
All right. So Ezekiel, man, that is like a indictment right there.
Yeah, I could hardly read it without crying.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Rebecca. Yeah, let us know. Email me back. Do you have my email, Rebecca? The big kahuna. That's funny. All right. Let's see. Yeah, but check that out. Idols. What else? Dealt by oppression with the stranger. What else have they done? They despised mine holy things and has profaned my Sabbaths.
Yep. Idols.
Yep. Carry tales to shed blood, so they're bearing false witness. In the midst of thee, they commit lewdness. Isn't that what we just read about? I guess you could sum that up with lewdness. Yep. Abomination with your neighbor's wife. Daughter-in-law. Father's daughter. No wonder. There's something we were kind of discussing that Ezekiel 22, Rebecca. Yeah. Extortion. Look at that. They're doing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be spelled out. I have a theory, though. Sorry, because I got rambling off. I believe that cities do this to people.
Oh, yeah. It's very hard to live in the city and stay away from a lot of that stuff.
Hi, Jimmy's daughter. Okay.
Jimmy's
Yeah.
daughter.
I can see, because it seems like the bigger the city gets to, the worse off they get with these type of things.
Mm-hmm.
I believe what she was saying is cities have a tendency to pervert us from how our Creator wants us to be. Is that what you were saying? Something
Who?
like that. Cities do what to us, is what the question was.
Oh, yeah. I just think that it's hard to stay like separated from all that in a big city, because it just becomes everywhere, and it's like a virus that spreads.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets to be where like you don't even want to be there because it's just so gross.
All right. I was telling someone recently about that, how when you get dirty in a city, it's like icky dirty. You know, just like could be like from, I don't know, going to a carnival or something downtown or whatever.
Yeah, slimy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like, I don't know how to explain it really. It's like a dirtier type of dirty,
It's
even
a sticky dirt.
compared to if you get dirty like working in a field and stuff. It's like, I'm okay with that. Actually, I guess you could sum it up as in, if you're working in a field or doing hard physical labor, building something or something like that, you get dirty. Whereas the city, you're unclean.
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a difference. Ugh. And I could always feel it when I'm coming back into the city. You know, I get about, I don't know, 40 miles out. It's like, ew, I can feel the ickiness of the city coming, and I don't even want to come back.
No. Yeah. Down at the end of the chapter, it does the likening again of the different types of metals. They are dross and the silver. And dross is the stuff that when you heat up your metal, whatever metal you're trying to refine to a certain temperature, all the garbage that you don't want in there goes to the top, and you scoop that off and cast it aside. It's no good. But they use that example of refining, and our Father uses that example over and over again in the Word.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Ooh, Marla, good summary. It's a dirty that penetrates into your thoughts in the city.
I agree with that.
I got a big delay going on this.
Uh-oh.
Trying to synchronize it. I don't need to. Well, maybe I do. Anyways. Very interesting. And that just reminds me, I'm so happy that Mindy and her family got a farm to rent.
That's awesome.
I know.
Awesome. Yep. So awesome.
In your next video, Mindy, you need to wear
overalls.
You need to wear overalls and have a piece of wheat in your mouth. And a straw hat.
Don't forget your braids.
Yep.
It's awesome. Yep.
Maybe you can get your husband or one of your children to do some of the hee-haw skits with you. Okay, Matthew 15. Ten through 20. Well, that's a pretty harsh rebuke here of the Pharisees. Huh. Don't make me give you the "do you owe me money" stare. Right? If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, go to JFT, Jimmy from Tucson's YouTube channel, and look at his latest video. Are you still studying, Lynn?
No, I'm just making a note because
you want to go watch that video?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Everybody does. It's fairly entertaining. I have to be honest, though. I was completely distracted by the star of the video for most of it before I realized that Jimmy was even in it. Oh, American Gothic, the painting. Oh, Mindy said she's going to be in and out. I'm all waiting for her to reply. Yep.
Yes, probably moving.
Maybe. Tell you what a killer find that they had. Seriously, it's a big chunk of property with a big house for a completely reasonable price, in my opinion.
Well, I knew, and I told her Abba had the perfect place for her. He did, and that it would come at just the right time, and it would just be right in all the ways. So I have that confidence because he's done it for me. You know.
Oh yeah. Yep. Oh, come on.
He takes care of his children.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for her.
I know, it's so cool.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna share this so everyone can see what the big kahuna kakawaka maka is talking about. I'm sure everybody knows it. They just don't know that they know it. Yep. All we got to do is make her hair blue. All right. Okay. Hey, what happened? I thought you had a co-host there.
Oh, my little Mia. Say hi, Mia.
Hi, Mia.
Say hi. She's shy. She's
Looks like
shy. She just needs some attention, so I thought I'd hold her.
Yep.
Sweet dog.
Yeah, she is. Yep. So's the big one too.
Oh yeah, he's a good boy. Yeah. He was dropped in my lap, literally.
Really?
Yeah. I wasn't going to keep him, and then I did. Yeah, when he sat in my lap, I was a little nervous, but he just jumped right up into my lap, and then he was mine forevermore. So I've never had any kind of dog like that, a bully breed. So I'm quite amazed.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah,
But
he's awesome.
I'm curious, in the book that you were reading, the scripture you were reading from, does Matthew 15:17 have the parenthetical statement after verse 17?
Uh,
Because mine ends with the word and is cast out into the draft.
well, that's what mine says. Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever entereth in at the mouth goeth into the belly and is cast out into the draught? It's question mark.
Yeah. Because a lot of versions published after 1926, I think. If Emily's here, she can correct me. But they have, they put in parentheses after that, something along the lines of, by saying this, he declared all foods clean. Which I disagree with.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
But it's strange that they would put that in. And I had to look and look and look, because none of the, out of all the different translations we have here, none of them say that. Even the King James. And then finally I looked, and in the Schofield Bible we have, there's a footnote that cross-references that with like Acts chapter 10 or something, which is the vision of Peter, wherever that is in Acts.
Oh.
And then the other one, the Bullinger Companion Bible gives it as a footnote. So you look, and then it says, by saying this, he declared all foods clean, or some versions add that, or something like that.
I'm going to check some of my mother's and my grandmother's old Bibles.
Yep.
And that chain reference, Thompson chain reference, see what it has to say.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But I don't agree that it says all foods are clean, because I know there are foods that are, you don't want to put them in your mouth.
Huh. There's a lot of things I don't want to put in my mouth.
Well, I mean, certain foods, there's just like, no, because if you think about what that animal's eating, you don't want to be eating that.
Yep. Yeah. All right. But verse 19 and 18, verse 18, 19. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. It's quite the list.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Anybody else in chat got anything? Otherwise, we're gonna go off the rails here. Not that we haven't already. It's what you get when you get two motorcyclists together. Next thing you know, all of a sudden you don't have to follow the trail.
Yeah, you just go where you look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's why they put blinders on horses.
Yep. How awesome. What is your name, Mr. Peanut? Okay. I'm Jonathan.
Cute. He has a monocle. Oh, I didn't mean that like Illuminati or nothing, guys.
It's Mike. Mike is the big kahuna. The
Mike.
big Mike.
Big Mike. What?
The big Kakawati kahuna Mike.
Big Mike, my friend Big Mike?
I don't know. Does he look like Mr. Peanut?
No. And
Does
I
he wear a
wouldn't
top
tell him
hat
even if
when he
he
rides
did.
his motorcycle? Does he wear a top hat and half a safety glasses?
Mike, are you from Hawaii?
No, he said he's not Hawaiian or Mexican.
No.
Oh, that doesn't mean he's not in Hawaii or from Hawaii, I guess. That's one thing my sister's tripping out on, because she lives in Hawaii, is how is how there's all these different populations of people that are, there's Filipinos and Japanese and Koreans and Chinese and, Europeans, and they all have their own little segregated community.
Huh.
Right? So like all the people from England hang out at the England Club and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Do you wear kilts? Do you wear that? Actually, at the Celtic festival, there was people wearing red, white, and blue kilts.
Ooh, I hope they had something underneath.
I'm Irish American.
Yeah, my ex-husband's full-blooded Irish American. He's full-blooded Irish American on both sides.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Did he have red hair?
Kind of. He had more of a red beard, and then Kelsey, of course, has the red hair.
Caber tossing. Oh, I couldn't toss my caber. Toss my caber. I couldn't toss a caber with my shoulder right now. Oh goodness.
Isn't that the one where they did the little wife carrying race or something?
Yeah, there is something where they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kilts allowed on motorcycles.
No. Wearing a skirt on a motorcycle is not a good idea.
Have you ever seen, the Black Watch? They're the special guard unit for Queen Elizabeth, right? So it's all Scottish people, it's an all Scottish regiment all Scots regiment that they're responsible for the personal protection of the Queen. And there's a photo out there somewhere where they're all standing for an official photo, and they're all at parade rest, and the wind is blowing up like half their kilts.
Oh, and they can't move.
They can't move. They can't move, and underwear isn't a part of the uniform with a kilt.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And it makes Queen Elizabeth sitting there like,
They're uncovering the nakedness.
Yep. It's funny stuff.
No.
Not that you want to search that photo out.
No, I'm not going to go look for it. I don't want that picture in my head all day, or even for a second.
Now, why would it be in your head all day, Lynn?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So we're just going to avoid the second, and then we won't have the rest of the day to go with it.
All right. Oh, goodness. So for those of you that may be interested, one of the things that scripturally kind of made me perplexed a lot is talking about how they sold Yeshua, Jesus's garment, his coat, that was woven top to bottom without seam. And if you look up on YouTube, there's a video. It's not great high quality footage, but you get the idea. It's called Scottish Clan Warrior Kilt and Weapon Demo on YouTube. Scottish Clan Warrior Kilt. Oops. What did I say it was? Warrior Kilt?
That's what you said.
Scottish Clan Warrior Kilt. No, I lost it. Yep, it is Warrior Kilt.
Oh. You need peppermint. You need to go now.
In fact, I'll do that. I'll look it up and post the link. But that's how you get a coat woven top to bottom without piece, in my opinion. Dooft Productions. Okay, so there's the link in the chat if you want to watch that. Pretty fascinating, though, how the whole great kilt thing works. Most of the kilts they have now are just like almost like the miniskirt version of a kilt. This is everything. It's a short kilt. It's a long kilt. It serves as a cloak, serves as a blanket and a pillow and a bedroll. It's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. It is. You can carry a ton of stuff in it. So something like that must have cost a pretty penny back in the day.
Yeah, that would be worth a lot.
Yeah, because it takes like, I don't know, 5 to 9 yards of cloth to make one.
That's a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, Rebecca. Each tribe has their own, each clan has their own tartan, their own colors for their tartan. And then, but there's also associated tartans. So a real good example is if you look up the Clan MacDonald, they have their tartans, but then there's a number of associated families or tribes that aren't of the bloodline MacDonald, but they're allied with them. Yep. It's really cool. So you know automatically if you learn all those tartans and you see somebody wearing X tartan, oh, you're of, Clan Gonagal or whatever. McGonagall. Like Kelly, right? Kelly in Ireland is spelled Calleigh. Kelly. And then in other parts of Ireland, it becomes the kind of anglicized spelling and becomes O'Kelly, right? O, comma, capital Kelly. And then same thing in Scotland. You have they drop the O, so then it becomes Kelly. Yep, Highlanders and Lowlanders. If you got a Celtic festival near you, go see it. Well worth it. If you got a Celtic...
There is a delay.
I told you there was a delay. All right. Anyways. All right. We're getting way off into...
Yeah, a tangent.
Yeah. All right. So everybody will pray us out. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah.
You want to pray us out, Lynn?
No, thank you.
Okay. Heavenly Father, thank you very much for this opportunity to study and fellowship together. It's always a blessing to have our brothers and sisters with us, and we greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And send your spirits, Yeshua, as you see fit to have us serve you throughout the day and throughout the week. And let us be a good example for you and a vessel to carry that spirit. Bless everybody here with us. Give them a double portion.
Amen.
And everybody that sees this in the future, bless them. Also, we love you. Thank you. In Jesus, Yeshua's name. Amen.
Jesus, amen.
All right. Anybody here want to do a reading with us? Oh, actually, Landon's going to read with us next week.
Yay.
Yep.
Yay.
He had volunteered for today, but then he remembered, oh, man, I promised my son, and I'm not going to fault the guy for keeping a promise to his son. That is an awesome man, right?
Yep. That's a real man. Yep.
Yep. Landon will be with us next week. All things going through correctly.
Yep.
So
excellent.
Thank you very much, Lynn.
Well, you're very welcome, and thank you, everybody.
Yep. Thank you very much, everybody. Love you all, and we will talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.